Welcome back to Liberal Attack, guys, where we're voting for Obama.
Oh my god, I love Michelle Obama.
Michelle Obama. That's his wife, right?
No, that's his daughter.
That's not his daughter. His daughter's name is like Beander.
Donald Trump. It's a conspiracy.
Donald Trump is Obama's daughter. Can you Photoshop that?
No.
Can you just put Donald Trump's face over Obama's family photos?
Anyway, welcome back to RatAttack. Oh my god. So, okay, I have a few theories. The game is starting to get really good.
Starting to. We're only like 500 episodes in.
Shut up. Anyway, I think I have some theories. Let me see. Okay. So there's this whole big like homunculus thing going on. So like,
when did that happen?
Oh man, this is gonna take a lot of explaining.
But right, homunculuses.
No. So you know how the trigger for like the homunculus stuff to start happening is death, right?
But they're still ageless before that.
I think so.
Like they die, but then they're like, oh, I'm a little more. I don't know.
Just let me say my theory. You're making me come up with more theories now. Shut up. Once they die, everything is repaired upon revival. Death acts as a switch for rebuilding their cells. It only takes 1 day.
So yeah, once they die, nothing special happens. They just come back.
They just come back after a day. Right.
So
what I'm wondering is if that could explain, like, Yuma's had, like, near-death experiences the whole game. Like, we all got blown up in a submarine and miraculously just lived. We woke up a day after that in someone's bed.
I didn't think about that. Very true.
Like, that is stupid that no one was even scathed from that at all.
That would kind of tie in.
Same thing, falling down a cliff, like here. Same thing, like, when was the other time? I feel like we've had more. We got kidnapped one time, I don't know. Maybe they did something freaky with us.
Could Yuma's bad cooking be like a byproduct of that? Or maybe Yuma is good, but it wasn't human food that Yako ate.
Oh, and he's like, this is bad because it's not, like, human flesh.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if it's quite that, whatever. Because then, like...
It could, though. Because if it said on file, Yuma's good at cooking. And then we cook and it's bad. Yeah, but if Yako...
How are they gonna, like, make bread out of human flesh?
Well, it's not bread. It's like a soy product thing where it's, like, kind of spongy, you know?
Maybe.
Like, you know those old soy sandwiches?
They just replace every single ingredient here with, like, some meat?
They just have to put it in there. It doesn't have to be solely, I would think.
Oh, like maybe they have like a spray, like a human meat spray?
Right, or something like that.
That could be interesting. Maybe there's some logic to that.
Look, another really tough-looking shutter has been completely...
So, at first I thought this was like a truck. That was like, it blew out of like the big door, because we saw this on the front door coming in.
This was Martina's farts. She was on the other side and just like... it blew up.
Did you see that on Rule 34?
Yeah, I did actually. I'm doing some research on the game.
I actually drew that.
Yeah, that's right.
No, but because there was like a whole staircase and everything, it probably couldn't have been a truck. Either it was a bomb or like some really big like homunculus thing that's like, I'm a big homunculus, and he like punches through it, you know?
I hope he says that every time. I'm a big homunculus.
Or maybe it's a big robot. Big old freaking robot.
Did you have more theories?
Oh, I might have. Oh shoot, where'd my paper go?
What happened
Also, this place is cray-cray.
Is this the homunculus testing site?
This must be where they make them.
This straight up looks like the Matrix. They got like simulation chairs there. This is getting crazy.
Those are probably birthing chairs.
I got the wrong freaking side of my paper.
I would not mind being a homunculus personally. I think that wouldn't be such a bad deal. I'd have to eat flesh, but I could figure that out. There's a lot of humans.
Oh, okay, here was a weird thing I noticed while editing.
Okay.
I did not just listen to the thing you just said. So, you know how there was that one scene one time at the end of chapter 3 where Makoto's like, I'm gonna go pray. Yeah. Well, the announcer guy, you know how we were kind of debating who it was? You know what he said that really I thought was interesting? He said, I wrote down the line. He said, prayer is the loneliest activity one can partake in. And they start like talking about prayer and stuff.
And then Makoto earlier had his praying line.
So I don't know if that means it is Makoto or it isn't Makoto.
It talks like him so much, and that would be such a better reveal than that random short guy at the counter.
I'm the short guy.
If it's actually that random short guy,
okay, well, here's the thing. You know why I think that short guy's ramen is really good?
Is this meat? Human meat?
It's human meat.
Yeah.
Yuma.
Okay, yep. There's that. My whole thing about his
Yako?
cooking is right. Yep.
What?
Yeah, that was Yako. So if Yako's a homunculus and he came back, everything I said before about the cooking theory is right.
Oh.
That he didn't like it because it wasn't human meat.
I don't know if that necessarily proves the cooking part, but I could see that.
It does.
Did you hear
Seems
that
like there's
voice
just a little
now?
bit of like stretching there, but maybe.
Oh, okay, here's the theory though.
Not really. Must have been the wind.
What?
What if Yako is a homunculus or whatever? What was that voice?
Well, it's also weird we heard his voice before, and when we were like running around with
That's what I mean.
Vivia as a spirit thing.
But like that shouldn't have been possible because he was a spirit. And homunculus don't have souls. They're just clones. They're duplicates. They're copies.
I mean, we don't know that for sure. Because if
I guess Shinigami's been reaping their souls though.
yeah, that
So that's interesting.
if Yuma is a homunculus, I mean, she's stuck with us the whole time. Like, if we did die multiple times throughout this game, she's still attached to us.
Maybe. We don't exactly know how that death works for these rules.
Yeah, honestly, a lot of these theories are very much stretching, but they all kind of make sense, you know?
No, I heard someone.
Also, why
calling
couldn't
in.
she hear it? She's attached to our senses, right?
Not our homunculus senses.
Oh my god. Okay, well, this definitely looks like... What are these, like simulation pods?
Why is it all wrecked?
Got bombed.
The sun is
I think your
shining
mom
through the
sat on the
ceiling.
roof.
And since it's not raining here,
Can we pause the recording?
Yeah, do you need to say something?
I'm just gonna kill you.
Oh, okay.
That's it. I was just gonna stab you in the throat.
Well, I don't think this video is going to get uploaded, guys. I'm sorry.
I'll do it. I'll get it.
Oh, okay.
I'll take care of it.
Isn't that kind of exposing yourself as a murderer?
Content comes first.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fair.
Also, why can we see the...
outside of
Yeah.
Kylord?
Unless it's a simulation.
Very interesting. The sky, the like roof of this place almost looks like it could be like screens or something.
That's what I was
Smell
thinking.
the ocean. Maybe this was built over the sea.
What?
We're inside the building, though. Like, we didn't go that far.
What the heck is going on? We walked like 5 steps and it went from like pure rain and chaos to like
Like, we gotta be underground right now.
bright sunshiny day.
Because the building outside was not this big.
Well, and we keep going down.
Right.
Yeah, what are these pods for? This
They-
literally looks like the Matrix. Like that one scene, you know, where he wakes up and he's like,
I know the Matrix, okay? I know the Matrix. Don't even explain the Matrix to me.
well, I'm explaining it for them.
I know the symbolism of the Matrix. I know all of it.
Nerd.
It's cool.
Nerd emoji.
There it is. I heard that voice again. It's coming from over there.
Now that I think about it, hold on.
What?
If that guy that we saw was Yako, 1, he has a hood, and 2, he has the long coat. It could be Yako that's
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's the same voice.
yeah, but
You sure?
I'm just
Don't tell me
saying
you're
it
bugging
makes
out
sense
too.
now.
Now you're hearing things. Poor master.
I'm not going crazy. I really did hear a voice.
Okay. Alright. What's going on? Okay, we can look at this. Who
Who's
is
that?
that? I'm just gonna ignore him. Some sort of control device.
Press it.
At this point, I would just turn around. I'd be like, I am not doing any more mystery solving. This is all going way too much over my head.
I would.
Jesus.
This sounds cool.
Seems like this console controls the machines on the other side of the window. Oh, yawning! So
Which
she said.
ones? Which ones?
There you go.
None of the machines are doing anything.
Well, it's an abandoned lab. Okay. Also, imagine how much this place costs. It's crazy.
$10.
That's...
I can see a giant ominous machine through the window. Is it used for homunculi research somehow? Why does he look so happy about that?
Yay! I love it when they do this!
This is my favorite part.
What?
It's giving me the heebie-jeebies. Let's stay away. It's serving heebie-jeebies.
Totally serving heebie-jeebies. There's a message on the control unit that says none of the machines are in operation.
Turn them on. What's the worst that can happen?
That seems like a great idea.
That's
like
what I would
everyone
do.
in Kanai Ward just starts like blah, 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 blah.
I mean, we don't know if they're all like hive mind controlled like that, you know?
I mean, they could be though. Like, what's the point of turning everyone into a homunculus if you can't control them?
immortal army.
Yeah, but you need to
citizens.
control them somehow. They're not just gonna do what you say unless they're like, unless you're just controlling the brain dead versions of them, or if you're trying to give them the special traits and just like make them really aggressive at sometimes, or like.
Well, if you control all the food production here, you could just stop it and turn them all into zombies and unleash them on the world. They're immortal monsters. Nothing will kill them or keep them down.
True. Hey, dude.
Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm Yako Furio.
Doesn't he look like?
That looks like you.
Hey.
He's got the same middle part you have going on.
That is not a middle part.
Well, look, there's some on the left.
He has an extra wide middle part.
That's what I'm saying. That's what you have going on.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
It's like a reverse mohawk thing I got going, you know.
Reverse mohawk.
No, his face kind of just looked like number one is all I was gonna say.
Hey, this guy can actually talk. Who is he?
Why is he just standing
I've never
here?
met him before.
Why is he just standing here?
Yeah, don't immortal homunculi have better things to do than just stand in big ominous machine rooms?
Well, no, what else is he gonna do?
Paint?
Is this the guy
Paint.
calling you, Master?
I would.
No, I don't think so. My name is Yuma. Who are you?
Is he a homunculus?
What? You don't know who I am?
Skyrim voice actor.
Does it sound like number one at all?
Maybe.
You must live in the boonies.
I live in the
I'm
boobies.
The CEO of Amaterasu
Okay.
Corporation. Although, I conceded that post to someone else a little while ago.
Maybe a homunculus kid version of him. And he made two of them, and one of them's Yuma.
Maybe.
I mean,
Conceded? You mean to Makoto Kagutsuchi?
Yuma could very easily be a homunculus, because one, he's a trainee to the WHO.
WDO. What does the H stand for?
Oh, I'm thinking of the World Health Organization. Like
World
the real
Hooker
one.
Organization.
But
What?
what I'm saying is, if the homunculi were made like 4 years ago or something when Makoto took control,
3, yeah.
whatever, that still gives plenty of time for like Yuma to kind of exist for a while and maybe infiltrate the WDO.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Yuma being a homunculus works very well.
I think it's plausible.
I think
Yeah.
it should be. I think that'd be really cool. Though there's still that
Oh,
question of the blood.
You're Makoto's acquaintance. You'll have to
Okay, so
excuse
he
me
knows
then.
him. Cool.
A friend of his is a friend of mine.
Oh, this guy's
How
chill.
about a glass of wine, too?
Do I look old enough to drink that?
Sorry, I'll pass. Besides, there's something I want to ask you.
You don't have a
Very
laundry man
well.
around here?
What is it? Ask me anything.
This guy can actually communicate and seems a lot more alert than the others. Master, now's your chance to get some answers.
Why would he answer, though?
'Cause he's-
Do homunculus just answer any commands? Is that
He
like
just
a thing
said
they
if
do?
you're a friend of Makoto's, you're a friend of mine. So he probably just assumes we're on like the same page as Makoto. And if this guy willingly gave his post to Makoto, I'm sure he would just be like, "Oh, you're friends with Makoto? All right, what do you need to know?"
That seems shallow. Like
You're shallow.
You're shallow. No, I'm just like, if I was the CEO of some big company that's doing super illegal research, if some random guy came up to me and said, "Hey, I know this other guy that's like also
hold
a
on.
CEO,"
Let me get this right.
I wouldn't just give him all the information he wanted just like that.
This guy is probably one, still in a weird mindset because of whatever.
Right.
Two, we're in the secret lab. Like, at that point, if you're in the secret lab and a friend of Makoto's, what more trust exercise needs to go on? If I'm working in like a top
I thought they
secret
were trying to
lab,
keep this secret anyway.
what?
I thought they were trying to keep this secret anyway.
Well, that's what I mean. If we're here, then it's like already like, oh, he must be here.
More what I'm saying is I think it could be possible, like, it has something to do with the homunculuses being controlled, you know?
Controlled by your mama.
Like, maybe Yuma is like someone, like a special homunculus that can control other homunculus. I don't know.
I don't think it's that weird for him to answer our
I
questions.
would like to ask you about the Blank Week mystery.
The Blank Week mystery. Unfortunately, I don't know what happened.
Ah, bummer.
What?
Okay.
But piecing together the bits and pieces I know, I do have an idea. Back then, a plot about the unified government planning to occupy Kanai Ward had been uncovered.
And they turned everyone into homunculus to stop that from happening.
Alright.
Yuji wanted Kanai Ward?
From what I understand, the Blank Week mystery is a conspiracy the UG set up to take over the city.
And
Okay.
Makoto showed up right at the end of that.
Yeah, like right after, I think.
Okay.
Why would the unified government want Kanai Ward?
I have no idea. I suppose
ain't
it's to
finna
steal
know.
the rights to Amaterasu Corporation. As a matter of fact, Kanai Ward was wiped from the map for some time, just as the UG wanted.
In what way?
Yeah, how do you just convince everyone, like, this city does not exist anymore?
Or is it
But
more
we
just
were
like a
saved
dead
by
zone?
my friend, Makoto Kagutsuchi.
Okay. It is a fact the unified government once planned to occupy Kanai Ward.
All right.
Okay. Also, the planet looks the same as our planet. Crazy.
How did Makoto overcome the threat of Kanai Ward disappearing?
He appeared from nowhere and volunteered to negotiate with the UG. Rumor is, he has a special connection within their ranks.
So is he like the son of the king of the world or something?
I didn't expect much from him, of course, but it wasn't as if we had any other choice. And before we knew it, the negotiations were complete.
Were the negotiations, hey, make homunculuses for us. But I thought he shut down the homunculus research.
But Dr. Huesca, the one here,
Uh-huh.
said he started it up 3 years ago. So it sounds like he came over, shut it down publicly, started it up privately.
See, the timeline's really confusing. If the homunculus research was still going, wouldn't we see it right here happening right now? I mean, this is the lab.
Yeah, but something might have happened that completely wrecked it.
I'm wondering if it didn't go on for more than a year. So he says like 3 years ago, and then like a couple months of research happened, and then 3 years ago it also stopped, you know? So it's like the same, like it didn't go on for more than a year, basically.
Maybe.
How?
Upon arriving at
I don't know, the timeline's really
negotiation
confusing.
table, he immediately announced that Kanai Ward would be isolated. Unexpectedly, the UG agreed. Both sides accepted a non-intervention condition
So,
and concluded negotiations.
sounds like the UG didn't want Kanai Ward, they wanted Kanai Ward separate. Like, was their plan to just get rid of it once they took control of it? Because if they want control of Kanai Ward, how does announcing it's isolated get them anywhere? Unless Makoto's a plant.
I more think maybe they wanted, it said they wanted to steal the rights to Amaterasu, right?
He thought they might.
So maybe it was more something they wanted control of Amaterasu, and if Makoto is a part of the unified government, and now he's the CEO of Amaterasu, they got what they wanted.
That's what I mean, he was just a plant.
Right, yeah.
He was
I
photosynthesized.
suspect some sort of secret
Is he picking his nose right
arrangement
now?
was made regarding homunculus information.
What'd you say?
He said he looks like he's picking his nose right now.
Oh, maybe.
Makoto didn't tell you about the details of the arrangement?
Well, that was part of the agreement. Speaking of, there was one
I like
other
this guy.
condition.
I wish he was a protagonist.
Instead of in a hoagie, you have a bald spot. He did so he's thinking there's some shady stuff happening with the homunculus information being traded with the unified government. I thought the unified government was the ones who wanted it in the first place.
Yeah, but if we made some further breakthroughs than they did, then there it is.
He said if negotiations were successful, I would have to concede my position as CEO to him.
Sounds like you got tricked, dude.
It's hard to believe you gave up your seat as CEO to a complete stranger.
I agree. It's a ridiculous story.
I can't believe I did that.
But without him, the UG would have occupied Kanai Ward, and Amaterasu would have been consumed.
So it sounds like it was more of a bet than it was a friendly agreement. Like, hey, if I can do this, you gotta give me it, but I'll do a good job. And it's like, fine, I doubt you can do it. Oh, but then he did.
Right, maybe.
I wanted to protect this company. and he wanted to protect Kanai Ward.
Okay.
Our interests aligned, and I was already quite up there in age.
Okay.
Makoto loves Kanai Ward and its residents.
Especially if they're his creations.
I knew I could entrust this land to him.
But why the trade-off? Why did he want to be CEO of Amaterasu Corporation? He can protect Kanai Ward without it, right?
But Kanai Ward is now entirely Amaterasu Corporation itself.
Right.
And
this place sucks.
I know that he said he wanted to stop.
Oh, another thing I thought of, by the way. We got so much crazy information going on right now already between this weird timeline of the takeover, all these weird facts about the homunculuses and stuff like that, right? Mm-hmm. Don't forget, like, what I'm assuming the main mystery of this entire game is it's called raincode. There's eternal rain here. What purpose does the rain serve, you think?
The rain has human meat in it.
That's almost... it's almost what I was wondering a little bit, is if that's how you would guarantee everyone... Because not everyone's going to go and eat meat buns every single day, you know?
Well, if it's got, like... If it's just the cells and stuff they need, it could be, like, blood rain dyed white or something.
Right, or just have such a small concentration of it.
Right.
That, like, it's just... like basically human cells falling on everyone all day.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was wondering, but what else could the rain be for besides that? Like, is there anything else you can think of?
When did the rain start? Didn't they say it was like 3 years ago the rain started?
I thought it was 3 years ago also.
So if at the same time everyone got whatevered, homunculized, then it makes sense that Makoto, I would think Makoto's spearheading the whole thing. He turned everyone into homunculi, or cloned them and killed the originals, or whatever it took. And then now he's got this, like, army that he made, which is why he loves Kanai Ward so much, because it's his people. Mm-hmm. Like, he's their god, to a degree.
Well, and they're expensive, I'm sure.
Yeah, that too. And then the rain code would help him keep that going, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I just wonder what the end goal is. And if he's kidnapping people from all over the world, it's possible they're being relocated to Kanai Ward, killed and cloned, until he just has, like, an army that cannot be stopped.
Right.
Especially if he can expand the rain code to everywhere.
Well, I still don't understand. I mean, we just saw in that picture, unified government, and it was the entire planet unified.
Except Kanai Ward, apparently.
Right, so what do you need an immortal army for if the whole world is already united?
If you're not part of that organization, or you want to supersede it.
I guess, but I thought Makoto was a part of the unified government.
Well, we theorized it, but we don't know for sure.
Yeah. What negotiation did they do, I wonder? Like, because the unified government should have all the information on the homunculi themselves, because they're the ones who requested it in the first place.
But maybe not all of Kanai
like,
Wards.
Unless Makoto, like, showed up and was like, no, cut off all information from them. And then the WDO, who's like, I'm assuming controlled by the unified government,
probably
was like, we need to go get all their information on the homunculi. Definitely not to use it ourselves. That would be evil.
Right.
But that's probably what they want. I don't know. There's so many pieces to this.
I just wonder how Warna fits into it.
I know. That's what I keep thinking that.
That's like, probably the biggest mystery so far is what's Warna has to do with it.
It should be called Master Detective Archives.
Warna Code.
Warna Code.
In retrospect, there's no denying that the research was extremely inhumane.
And that's for what? Homunculus stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So Makoto said he wanted to stop homunculus research immediately. Okay.
Well, stopping research doesn't mean you're stopping the creation of them, too. You know what I mean?
So Makoto became CEO of Amaterasu just to stop the homunculus
Like, okay,
research?
here's a question.
So if Makoto's a homunculus himself, it would be fair. Also, the cover art, he looks like sickly and evil. So I also kind of wondered
where is he?
The top left, I assume.
Oh, you think that's him?
I assume. It's a guy covering his face, and he has, like...
a big red evil eye, and he has the same hair spikies?
Yeah, kind of. Like, it's really hard to see, but I wonder if he's a homunculus.
Maybe?
Maybe?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Ultimately, I can say the decision to concede my position to him was the right one.
All right.
I'm glad you're chill with
Under
it.
his leadership, Amaterasu expanded its businesses. Their total assets now rival that of the UG.
Interesting.
Long live Amaterasu, right?
I gotta love corporations.
Never done no evil.
Okay, Makoto Kagutsuchi was the one who saved Kanai Ward from the unified government's plot. Great. The former CEO of Amaterasu Corporation was in the restricted area. That's a clue? Okay. Interesting.
Come to think of it, wasn't the former CEO of Amaterasu Corp...
The previous CEO died in an accident. But my guess is that actually...
And if he died and came back...
I mean, yeah, dying doesn't mean much. He's obviously a homunculus.
You
Right.
think Yomi is responsible?
That's just a guess, mind you.
Oh, so Yomi probably killed him, but Makoto was like, it doesn't matter.
Just stuff him in the lab and call it a day.
He'll come back to life. So I really do wonder if you fed all these people human meat, like all these ones in the restricted area, if they'd turn pretty normal.
And just, like, be chill.
Because...
I mean, definitely the, like, Warna and all those other ones.
Well,
The,
it's like...
zombie ones we saw.
On one hand, they should still be missing the soul, right? At least those ones. I don't know about the ones that we didn't kill ourselves. And also... Okay, we did see them eating meat, though. But... it was the other detectives, and they still acted brain dead and stupid.
Which could just mean the detectives were also homunculi.
That could have been, yeah, because it was pink blood too, and so I don't really know what to think there, but at the same time, why would they be eating other homunculuses? Isn't that weird?
Maybe they just don't... Well, they weren't eating each other.
Right. So it kind of like conflicts a little bit, you know? It's like, I don't know what to think, you know? What were you going to say?
Is it possible that Makoto had a way to transfer the souls of real people into homunculus people? And that's how Shinigami's still been able to reap them?
Maybe. We're going off the theory right now that everyone in Kanai Ward is a homunculus, by the way, in case everyone just like...
Was like, what are they talking about? Yeah.
What the fish?
Which I assume, like, if we saw Warna and stuff, like... Why... I really doubt Makoto's...
Why else would they come back to life?
Yeah, Makoto's not going to be like, we need to turn these 3 girls into homunculuses, you know?
Yeah.
Unless...
Just to throw them in an area by themselves to do nothing all day.
Unless they were killed and then made again. You know what I mean?
No, what do you mean?
Like, the girls died from Shinigami's thing.
Yeah.
And then they decided to make homunculuses from them. Because remember, they're clones.
What I think is really interesting, so homunculuses are made, they take human DNA.
Yep.
And they can make someone with the same age, sex, personality.
Everything. Pretty much.
Memories even. I wonder if you were to like store DNA of a person and then like wait 10 years and then make a homunculus out of that DNA. You'd probably have the person from 10 years ago, right?
Yeah, because the DNA hasn't changed.
They could have like backup DNA of like everyone.
Of at every age, too. Like, could they get like Warna as a 10-year-old, Warna as an 11-year-old, Warna as a 13-year-old? Like,
probably.
If they just kept DNA from those select times?
I would imagine they could.
But also, do you think they have a way of just making them babies from the get-go? And then they grow up to a certain age and that's it? Because they said they age, they just stop at a second. So it's possible they just made baby homunculuses, and then they just age anyways. Until they get to like 25 or something.
Yeah.
Also, could everyone just be clones of each other? Like, maybe the actual amount of people in Kanai Ward was like 30, and everyone else has just been like experimented homunculuses, and they're just cloning more and more people. So like, oh, someone had a baby, homunculus clone something, or make a merger of a baby. Like, pretty much the same as reproducing, but with the scientific accent to it.
The only thing now that's making me think no to the everyone's a homunculus theory is... I mean, I still don't know for sure, obviously, but in here it says, homunculi do not die, rather even if they die, they come back to life. They have eternal youth. That's the thing that makes me think, like, how does that...
They stop aging once their bodies stop growing. Those who have already stopped growing maintain that state. So I assume if you have DNA from someone...
So wouldn't that be really suspicious if like a bunch of time went by and everyone is still like just the age that they were, or just they stop aging once they hit like, I don't know, they stop aging usually at like 25 is like about the age for real life people.
Yeah, I think 25 is when you start experiencing cell death. Like it can't make as many cells as it is
right,
dying.
and your brain's fully developed at that point.
Right.
So that but of course it's only been like a few years, so you wouldn't really notice that much, you know?
Yeah, if we're assuming this all happened after blank week.
So it could be they have some big plan that wouldn't need to take that many years that you'd actually notice it, you know?
It's also possible that people don't even notice it happening.
Yeah.
Like, Conai Ward's already a weird place, so it's possible like these people are changed and just kind of exist in stasis.
You know,
so like they don't realize time is passing. The rain doesn't give people a day and night cycle to go off of.
True.
Like they could just like, it's like a mass brainwashing. Like they could all live for 100 years and not realize 100 years has passed.
I mean, if they can turn everyone into a homunculus, I'm sure they can find a way to brainwash everyone.
Or yeah, just the very least like destroy their sense of time passing.
I'm a little unsure on this part here. So like, they could become injured and ill, some are handicapped, some are blind. So like, if you take the DNA of someone who has a paralyzed legs, let's say, and you make a homunculus out of them, their homunculus is going to have paralyzed legs. But then if they die, their legs shouldn't be paralyzed anymore, right? Is that how you interpret that?
I more see it as they're made normal. But let's say I'm a homunculus on my first go around. I haven't died yet.
Okay.
And then I get in a car accident, both my legs lose them.
Oh, okay.
Can't walk anymore. I cannot walk until I'm dead.
Okay.
And then it is built back. Now, I don't know how it works when someone is made as a homunculus.
Well, it said like appearance should carry over, so like if someone's missing an arm or something, that should carry over.
I would think even if it doesn't, they could just like, oh, you're supposed to be missing an arm and saw it off in here at this facility.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that would be as big of a, like, problem as you'd think. Because all you're doing is taking DNA. It makes sense. You're going to look the same because it's the same DNA. Your hair's the same color. Your eyes and all that are the same. But it's like, your DNA isn't like, oh, I'm missing an arm. I better update my genome to not have an arm. You'd still grow your arm if you were cloned.
Yeah, but that's not really how they're describing it as working here. Like, it copies your memories somehow. Memories aren't stored in your DNA.
I don't know. I mean, genetic memory is, which is like instincts. Like, that's how like cats and whatever know how to do weird, or like dog instincts, you know?
I mean, sure, but I mean, the way Vivia described it seems like all your memories are carried over. The memories at the time of DNA extraction are carried over and completely reconstructed in the brain's memory field. So I'm assuming like the people you knew, the knowledge you had, that all carries. That's not something that's in DNA. So it's kind of just interesting. I don't know. Makes you wonder if it's more spiritual than it is scientific.
The CEO position to Makoto.
Like if there's some big death god that's allowing them to do this or something.
It's possible Makoto just is a death god.
Or they're like, maybe they found a way scientifically to go into like the death god realm, kidnap a death god. Because we already had one death god that was in a book. So it's not impossible. They could have some like god of immortality. So like I think Shinigami's the god of either death or mysteries. I don't know what she says.
I think she uses her powers to go in the labyrinth, but it doesn't like it's not exclusive to her.
Right. Well, yeah, I don't know. So maybe there's some like death god of immortality and they're like holding him hostage and making him give him powers or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
With that in mind, I don't know if he actually made the right decision.
Well, if Yomi was the CEO, the city would be in much worse shape.
We don't know about that. Maybe the unified government is chill, actually.
Yuma.
What do you want, Yako?
Go away.
You're supposed to die last chapter.
I heard it clearly this time.
I like how the guy's just not reacting to that at all.
He's having
I heard
fun.
it clearly this time.
His mind's got to be kind of out the window too, I think.
I'm saving the game. I feel like we're about to go into like
A fight.
no turning back territory.
Well, we're kind of there already. I doubt we can just go back and see everyone on the submarine right now.
So are we even going to find a dead body this chapter?
We might find all of them.
Because we have found a few already. God, this place is big.
Yeah, it looks like it gives me Portal vibes. You know how in like Portal there's like just unlimited facility underneath the ground?
Yeah.
Reminds me of that.
This is...
Looking closer, there are a bunch of capsule-type things on this machine.
Gross. They look kind of like insect eggs. I don't want to be around here.
So corpses are hot to you, but insect eggs
Kanai
are where you
Ward's
draw the line?
remaining unsolved mysteries. A brave master ventures deeper into the lab in search of the unknown. A never-before-seen device, suspicious equipment, a master prowling into a treacherous lab. And then...
And then what?
What? What happened?
You'll have to read the Master Goes Exploring series.
Jeez, I thought something suddenly popped out. Anyway, don't go making up a series about me.
It's a long walk.
Were you born joyless, Master?
Yes, I haven't felt joy in the week I've been alive.
Probably made joyless.
Maybe.
Ooh, that looks like an open pod right there.
Let's sleep in it.
Yeah, see what happens.
It could be like a simulation thing, maybe. I don't
So-
freaking know.
You're the one who's
Yeah.
been
Why are you in
Up
grayscale?
close, it definitely looks like Yako.
Huh? Fuzzhead, really? This guy?
See a homunculus.
Maybe you can find your wife here. Right? That'd be kind of cool.
I think that was
I'm
like
happy to see
4
you,
years
even
ago,
if it's
wasn't
like
it?
this.
Like 10? I don't even know.
Do you remember me?
She might not have been a homunculus-sized.
Yuma.
Yes, I'm Yuma. Chief, you understand me?
What is that? Okay. I just thought he was going to pull out a knife.
This is for me?
My mixtape. I burned it onto this CD.
It's totally fire, bro. You gotta listen to it. Maybe this will give us some more insight to what Yako was really
Wait,
trying to do.
Please hear me out.
Because the whole
Just
revenge
for a little
motive was kind of
while.
like,
Master, wait.
Why?
Nothing good will come from chasing after the dead. Just let him go.
But...
Besides, don't you think you should maybe hurry up and check out whatever Fuzzhead left for you instead?
Swear to God, it's a Smash Mouth
I
album.
think that is what he would want.
where's he going?
There's a really cool thing over here.
Chief Yako, thank you for everything.
Oh, he's gonna do his little thing. Oh, never mind.
What little thing?
Doesn't he do like a little piece or thumbs up or whatever when he's turned the other way? Or am I like mishmashing media here?
I don't know. He normally looks at his letter and is like, I'm really depressed.
I'm gonna go kill someone.
Yeah.
Now I can check the disc the chief gave me.
Hey, this is
Now
going to be
be
the
a-
most important clue ever.
This would be a great time for a cliffhanger.
Oh, it would be.
Camera on?
Hey, how you doing?
Well, I hope it's recording. Let's begin.
Okay.
Leaving this video is the greatest stain on my career as a researcher.
Thought you said that was the homunculus.
But given the tragedy about to occur, this record will be of great assistance. It is currently 2 a.m.
When was this recorded? You just died.
14 hours have passed since Project
Oh, so 3 years
Homunculus
ago.
began. I'll get straight to the point. Project Homunculus is a failure.
Same.
Something unexpected occurred in our efforts to find suitable DNA. Although we successfully created homunculi, the results have been dubbed defective.
They're all saying skibbity toilet and what the
Defective
sigma.
homunculi have a fatal flaw to them. In the revival process, their intelligence is lost.
Okay.
They are reduced to nothing but senseless, flesh-seeking monsters. There is also another flaw.
You guys did a bad job.
In a previous experiment, a
Hey.
defective homunculus was exposed.
Porn.
Trying to adjust for it worked against us. Made them even more violent. And
Oh, yeah, the raincode would make sense
we are in
then.
hell itself.
That's why the ones
They're
above
nothing
ground
more
were
than
all weird.
monsters.
It's
Yeah,
here.
all the ones that were normal were inside somewhere.
Yeah. Or at least a little less
Listen,
mindless.
defective homunculi will devour humans down to their bones. They will drink every last drop of your blood. At this rate,
That one looks kind of crazy.
Wait. He couldn't have died there. He was alive 3 years, like just the other day.
Maybe getting eaten turns you into one.
Okay. Theory time.
Okay, as if there hasn't been a million
So,
theories.
they made homunculi. They
And
were dubbed defective because they were these senseless flesh-seeking monsters, much like the ones we've seen the entire time, right?
Yes.
So,
And that's okay. What's a phrasing? In the revival process, they turn dumb and they are reduced to nothing but. So when they die and come back, zombies. By the way, he said it.
right.
So the rain theory doesn't really make sense if that just happens no matter what.
Well, in the revival process, their intelligence is lost. So that would make sense if everyone was a homunculus, though. Because why in the world would they go and just make homunculuses now after it's been shut down of Warana, Yoshiko, Kurene? But it would make sense for them to come back to life a day later with all their intelligence lost.
And then get dumped here.
Yeah, because they're like, well, we can't kill them. We're just going to lock them behind an electric fence.
So for some reason, they made a bunch of them forever ago.
It seems like it. And then the other flaw, a defective homunculus
Was exposed to meat? No. Rain and died. So a homunculus died after it was exposed to a certain thing. And homunculus don't die. They just come back and come back and come back and come back. Which is why they're locked up.
See, if these are the defective homunculus, they would be dead if the rain was what killed them.
But we saw that the other ones were in the rain.
Yeah, so maybe it can't be rain,
I don't think it is rain. It's got to be something else.
though that really made sense for a second.
It did.
Go
Go down one more.
Trying to adjust for it worked against us. Blank made them even more violent and sexy. Oh no.
So, okay. A defective homunculus came back after dying. It was exposed to something and died. So they tried to adjust it, but it instead made them more violent and crazy or something. So, did something kill a homunculus? They tried to adjust it so it wouldn't kill them anymore?
Yeah, they were trying to turn them normal.
But then when they exposed it to something, instead of killing it, like the previous line implies,
Yeah.
it made them worse. So here's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Yako might have been a homunculus who was in a bad spot, but not too terrible since he was like hungry for flesh. He was flesh seeking. That doesn't mean he was flesh eating. So maybe if we exposed Yako to this mystery substance, he'd be like all the other people we saw, where they were like ravenous zombies. Maybe there's a stage 1 and 2 to being a defective homunculus.
Okay.
Stage 1 is like a wandering stupid zombie that just kind of loosely looks around for flesh.
And then once you get exposed to this, you turn really violent and whatever.
That'd be stage 2.
Almost. This isn't what you were implying, but you made me think of something.
Okay.
I almost wondered if Yako could have been exposed to this thing, and that's what made him suddenly super revenge hungry.
So kind of the opposite to what I was saying.
Like,
okay, I see.
like while he was alive, that's all of a sudden why he was like, I need to go kill Dr. Westcott.
Maybe something in the letter. I don't think Yomi knew about this stuff. Because Yomi's
well,
the
he
one...
had to know about the homunculus's like existence.
Did he, though?
Well, he was the one in control of Amaterasu before Makoto took over.
No, that was the other CEO. Yomi's always been part of the Peacekeepers.
Yeah, but he still was like rising up in power, wasn't he?
True, but this was like a close, like only Huesca and Makoto are my for sure knew about this people.
I guess I don't know. I would imagine. I don't even know if it matters what that guy knows anymore. He's gone.
True, but if your theory about Yako being exposed to something,
that's just the thing. That doesn't even matter that much. Maybe
at this rate, raincode.
At this rate, raincode. What the? Why'd you only bleep out the important words?
But okay, scroll up a little bit. Not this far up.
Okay.
The biggest thing I'm confused with. No, you can stop. These two lines at the bottom and second to last.
Okay.
A defective homunculus was exposed to something and died. And they tried to adjust it either to kill them more or to stop it from killing them. And then it made them even more violent.
Yeah.
So where's the barrier? Like, at what point does this mysterious substance kill them? And at what point does it make them more violent? Or are we looking at two completely different substances?
Maybe it is meat. Because I don't know if they knew at this point, like, homunculuses have to eat human flesh.
True, so maybe once they got a taste, they really, really tried to get more.
Yeah, once they get a taste of human flesh, they're like...
But didn't we see evidence earlier that said if they get flesh, they turn normal?
No, that was an assumption.
That was an assumption we made?
I'm pretty sure that was just an assumption, because that was a question we had. I think I asked that earlier today, was like, what I want to know is if they eat human flesh, will they turn back to normal?
Which, if we're assuming they've been eating the flesh of the dead detectives, then...
It might even be the opposite. They might even turn even more violent if they eat meat.
Or maybe they need to eat meat in their first stage of life, but then when they... whatever, it doesn't do anything for them. So, like before they die. We'll use Warren as an example.
Okay.
Pre-death Warrena would need to eat flesh to keep up her body.
Okay.
At post-death Warrena, it's not going to make a difference.
Because she's crazy either way.
She's a mindless zombie either way.
I mean, she's going to come back to life regardless.
Right.
Even if she starves to death or whatever.
But I'm just really curious what this mystery substance is.
I think...
That's both making them more violent, unless it's two different substances. Like, we tried to adjust for the first substance by making another one, but that just made it even worse.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be the same one.
But I feel like it is.
Does it have to be a 4-letter word? I'd assume.
Well, because the other one was a longer word.
Yeah, because this one down here is longer. So if it's a 4-letter word, meat makes some sense.
Well, here. Let's look at it this way. The first two star words are probably the same. The third one has to be different.
See, I don't think so.
But okay, let's say it's like rain. I don't think it is, but a defective homunculus was exposed to rain and died. Trying to adjust for it worked against us. Rain made them even more violent and rain. I don't see how that third one could be same as the first two.
Well, see, I don't even think the first two need to be the same is what I'm saying.
No, but I'm just saying if they are the same, the third has to be different.
Well, anyway.
We'll see, but we're getting there.
This is very interesting. I'm wondering what this is. At this rate, we'll...
Spaghetti.
Dies.
Spaghe. No, it doesn't work.
Well, anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Master Detective Archives Raincode.
It's finally getting good, guys. It's finally getting good.
I'm a little bit, information overwhelmed right now.
I'm good. This is the element that I thrive in. I love it.
I mean, yeah, I love it too, but what I want to see... So I think I'm comprehending... for the most part, everything that's happened, you know?
Yeah.
Some parts of it are just a little bit debatable still. And then the timeline of the unified government thing with Blank Week, I don't understand what the heck Blank Week is all about.
I just want to know what happened. But maybe it's hard to know what happened because it was a literal...
Well, all we know about it right now is that the unified government tried to take over Kanai Ward, but Makoto Kagutsuchi, who we know has some sort of tie with the unified government, we don't know what, made some proposal to them, we assume having to do with the homunculi in some aspect, and they were like, aight, and then Makoto became the CEO of Amaterasu, and they don't want anything to do with Kanai Ward anymore. Now Kanai Ward is isolated on its own, and no one can really come in or out.
Are they isolating it because there's a bunch of homunculi here? Maybe that was the theory. They wanted to isolate all the homunculi by taking over. And when Makoto said, I'll handle things, you guys just stay out and we'll keep it isolated here.
So that footage we just saw with Dr. Weska, that was right before Blank Week, right?
Because he didn't say it was done, he just said it was a failure.
Yeah, because he said Project Homunculus happened, that's what Zilch told us, And then right after that, Blank Week happened. And during that, or like right after that, is when Makoto came about.
So the homunculus must have like been everywhere by that point. Unified government did Blank Week, whatever it is, to try and take over and isolate. And then Makoto said, let me be in charge with the CEO guy. I'll take care of the unified government. And then he turned around to the unified government and said, I will isolate Kanai Ward, just let me deal with it. And that must be the agreement that was obtained. I would assume
Something like that.
it has to be something to contain the homunculus, because they're immortal and they can't be stopped. And I almost wonder if they have a way to like procreate somehow, because I don't understand why like Huesca would also be a homunculus, because he couldn't have been in that recording we just saw, because they were attacking him.
That's true. If he was the one making the homunculus, why would he be a homunculus?
So maybe Blank Week turned everybody into homunculuses or something.
I mean, yeah, why would he make a homunculus of himself? Because
'Cause
we're assuming that's the one we saw, like, unless there's a secret with the homunculus, like if you get bit by them, you turn into one too.
If we're going by zombie rules.
So that one we saw in the video really did die and turn into the homunculus we saw.
But it was okay. So
But even that one said 3 years ago, but maybe he has a good perception of time.
But here's the thing. If you get bit by a homunculus, all you do is turn into a homunculus, maybe. That doesn't mean you're a mindless homunculus. So we could have gotten bit and then just said, okay, I just need to not die and keep up on human flesh.
Maybe.
And then from there, once Yako did kill him, that would also explain his extreme paranoia and safety. Like, if he knows, as soon as I'm dead, I'm a zombie forever, all he needs to do is isolate himself and keep a steady supply of food.
You're saying, like, why Yako is such a scaredy cat?
No, why Huesca was such a scaredy cat.
Okay.
If he's, like, worried people are going to kill him, then he'd make all these, like, elaborate traps and stuff solely so people can't get to him.
Where the heck... I also want to know, where the heck did Kurumi go? It was because...
I think she died.
You had a theory that was really interesting to me.
Okay.
Now with this stuff, I mean, it's not really supporting it any. But you said, like, what if Blank Week is so taboo and it's never talked about because it makes you, like, disappear? Because we were talking about Blank Week with Zilch, and then we turn around and she's, like, gone.
Right.
So, I don't know, because there was no sound, no anything, no,
Just-
like, commotion, no evidence left behind. She just straight up, like,
Foosh.
gone. Which is really weird. But anyway, we're going to leave it there for that episode. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Toodles.